Yeah, you know what? I know it said that it was going to be at 10 o'clock, but this is close enough, right? 9:59. I hope you've got your coffee. I know I have mine. Welcome to COVID and Coffee. Team Redcat Racing TRMT8E bashed it pretty good. If you haven't seen the video, I suggest maybe if you want to get, you know, a couple of good laughs, maybe you check out that video. Looks like the camera's kind of sideways here. But for the amount of time that I've had this thing for, this is only my second breakage, and I actually don't specifically know exactly yet. Like, literally, when I was done with it, I was done with it. I just brought it inside, or actually, I shook out the dirt. Shook out some of the dirt, took the batteries out of it, and basically just brought it inside and just set it on the bench here. I didn't further inspect anything because I want to be as surprised as you are. So anyways, today on RC Guy Garage, COVID and Coffee, we are going to work on the TRMT8E I always say BES6. But I think it's, yeah, BE6S. So obviously it's just a 6S trick, kind of truggy. It's actually a truggy. It the only one thing I don't like about it is that it does not, and I call it self-righting, and a couple of people don't like the fact that I call it self-righting, but technically the thing does self-right by using the trigger. That's why I call it self-righting. It's not like it does it automatically like some of the Traxxas vehicles. But anyways, we're gonna just break open into that thing and see exactly what the aftermath is. It still kept ripping it, and I was kind of I don't know, I guess I was kind of upset because I was, I guess, underprepared for my GoPro. The GoPro's battery was bone dead, and I did stick a charger into it, and that's what the wire was in the back of my head. It was going to a battery pack, but what I didn't realize was the battery pack itself was also not fully charged, so it ended up being an issue where I could have got some good footage, because where the video ended for me ripping it, like where you saw, and then I was just like, you know, kind of triple annoyed. I kept going, man. I mean, it was just like, I was like, what's the point? Something's already broken. I mean, miles will just keep ripping it. And for the parts that, or for the, at least the price, for the price of Redcat parts, whatever breaks, I'm just going to fix. So who cares? That was my attitude. And for this thing to only be broken its second time, and for it to finally be drivetrain, you saw those hits, right? If you didn't see the video, go check out the video. It was the last video I just did. It hit those trees hard. I mean, there was no camera speeding up or anything like that. It did its thing. It slammed trees, bad landings. All those landings actually were not purposefully landed like that. They were me forgetting how the thing drove. You get so used to how certain vehicles drive that you forget that tire rotation, inertia, blah, whatever, gyroscopic effects. You forget that sometimes like a vehicle that's got like these larger, you know, more expandable wheels like this, and the fact that it's such a short wheelbase. I even think, yeah, I think the wheelbase is either shorter, if not the same, as the MT Sport that I've got there. And the MT Sport is just a different type of truck. And also because this is a truggy, once it lands on its roof, it's very resistant to wanting to flip over. There are a couple of times when I have been able to get it to flip by itself, but you try not to land that way. And unfortunately, because of bad driving, it's just the way it is. So anyways, I just got to jump into the chat. I just wanted to say a couple of things because I guess it's good to start off the video talking so that people know exactly what's going on. That way they don't just like jump onto a thing like you guys did, like seeing like a whole like minute or 2 minutes of just not black screen. Well, actually, did you guys get to watch some ads? All right, anyways, Vector's obviously doing his thing. He's awake, or they are awake. I'm going to get you up high here. Try something a little different. don't know if my thing here is going to work, though. That was something I didn't think of. That way you can see the shenanigans, maybe, of these vector little guys. Hopefully my tripod doesn't break. If it slowly starts panning down, I don't know. But you can see them, they're right there. The two little I'll probably change the camera angle, but I just want to jump into the chat real quick, too. See who was first. Super Drake 79 was first. Good morning to you as well. Scale Rippers, right? Good morning to all you Scale Rippers. We got JORC. We got James George. Chuck GRC. Demo RC. We've got Jack Jr. Braziers here. Shade Tree RC. And I think that's it. So right at that 10 o'clock time, I'm wondering, even though I started it different, right at that 10 o'clock time, Eric Vale, what's going on, guy? Build it, break it, fix it. Good morning to you as well. Riff to the Raff. What's going on, man? Riff Raff, I plan to call you later today. Is there a good time? Let me know. Let's see. We've got Dylan Davis. Drinking your coffee right now? Nice. You can see I got my coffee right here. My coffee's not really, I guess, I don't know. I can't have, poison battery acid black coffee. So mine's got cream in it, and I put a little bit of cinnamon in it. Right at 10 o'clock, JORC. Get it right at 10, man. Oh, it's just about your bedtime? Well, Riff, just let me know if there's a good time. Whether you want to message me, personal message or whatever. I just want to chat with you a little bit. Flying Fortress, what's going on, guy? Barbecue, what's happening, man? Who else is here? Lorm Cronish. Chad Hartsley. Wow, we got a bunch of people already in here. Major rule changes. I've never saw a flood of drag cars on Facebook for sale as now. Wow, what's going on? You've been at work for 3 hours already? You're crazy. I actually had planned to get that thing out yesterday, but it just didn't work out. Now, they're going to be doing their typical thing and getting stuck. I know they are. Yeah, see, one of them's already under the EPX. This one you can't see because he's just messing around behind there. Oh, you got your cube under there, you moron. You'll be waking up between 8 and 10? All right. Well, I'll, if I'm still awake, I'll give you a call around that time if that's all right with you, Riff Raff. Oh, after 10? I don't know. I don't think it's too late. I don't know. We'll see. Some fancy cup of right. Yeah, it's the only, I don't know. I've tried black coffee before. I don't know, man. I just can't do it. And it's in my Mandalorian cup there. My wife gave me that. All right, well, let's get you back down because this camera angle's not working. This works better. I need a different thing attached to this tripod. I got a couple of goodies coming up soon because I've been having some issues with alignment. And what I've got coming, you guys actually might want for yourselves. I already did a scenario for somebody else, and the scenario that I picked for them, I actually like better than what I've got for myself. So I'll be changing some of that stuff out. Come on, get off. That ain't gonna work. How am I gonna do that now? Does that work? Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to give you different like angles and make things more like more better. So it's like a whole bunch of like different like things that I've got going on here, which I guess that'll work. Oh, no, it's not working. It's junk. Ah, come on. All right, never mind. I guess it's not going to work. Does that work? Yeah. All right, so we're going to be working on this thing right here today. Guess it wasn't as clean as I thought it was. This is the Redcat Race. I bent up the body pretty good too. Redcat Racing TRMT8 E, that thing right there. And we did some kind of strippage of something. Not exactly sure what's going on. Also, if anybody, right, wasn't it? Mario, what's going on, guy? Eddie Sambria, good morning to you as well, man. So we've got to see what's going on as far as the drivetrain, and I'm under the impression or assumption that what I have done is potentially either cracked a case or something. I'm not exactly positive. So we're going to be taking some stuff apart here to see potentially what's going on. Looks like I actually got to take my rubber mallet to this thing. So why don't you bring your cube over there? Yeah, now you're lost. All right, I'm gonna smash this with my rubber mallet a couple times, just to get the dirt out of it. I didn't realize there was still that much dirt in it. Dirt is so packed in there. It's actually not coming out. Time for a little AC. Get this out of here. All right, back again. The best way to fix anything, bust out the hammer. You know it, guy. All right, got to dig out some of these holes here. They're real small screws and they're packed with just junk. So probably would have been better to use my air compressor when the thing was still kind of moist. Looks like we got a little bit of movement on this side. Is that wheel nut loose? We've got some kind of movement there. Obviously, it's just the ball cup. I'm sure the front's fine, because the front was still obviously driving. But what I'm unsure of is exactly what the damage is in the rear. Get up my tool set. Oh, he's getting mad. Got himself stuck on the edge there. Scruffy Page, what's going on? Good day to you as well, man. Hope you're having a good day. Rosemary, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Get out of there. Get away from my screws. So now someone, I forget what the person's name was, but they were saying, which didn't even think about it. It's a great idea. Get a couple of ice cube trays for your pots. You know, ice cube trays are like next to nothing. I thought that was a great idea. Couple ice cube trays. Now, if I move this here, trying to remember taking off this spoiler or wing and combination wheelie bar. Trying to remember if it's that. Yeah, just two top screws. So you've got, you know, obviously your skid plate screws on the bottom, which are 4 of them, and then your 2 top plate screws right here that mount to the actual shock tower. Take those screws out. Those obviously those long screws. Now this should just flop off. Not funny how it's just literally 6 screws that hold that on. And technically all you'd have to do is take out that. Well, is it that? Nah, I guess you're better off taking the whole skid plate off, the whole lower skid plate off, and then those 2 screws. That definitely makes it easy. All right, so now, what's going on here? I think I need to sit down. So that back cover, pretty sure just comes off once I remove these here, I believe. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. Definitely not that one. And nope, because you actually have to flip it and hold the other side. Of course, that's packed with dirt as well. Did the stream die? Nope. You can never tell. Also, make sure you got plenty of paper towels. Bandit Darnville, what's going on, guy? How are you? Hope you're doing well this afternoon for you. What are you looking at? Yeah, actually, it's just the evening right now, isn't it? Yeah, you're looking at, what, 420? Yeah, Rosemary. Yeah, these repairs are pretty fun, actually. Uh-oh. Somebody's over there looking at my wife again. Let's see. I think I could just tap this pin off this brace. Dink. Here we go. Perfect. Now I believe I can get to it. I'm trying to remember if this is a split case or not. It should be split right here. Right in that section right here. Once that pin is gone, this should be able to slide right out, because I don't think those are bolted all the way through, like threaded. I'll have to just check it real quick to see if it's threaded all the way through. Is it threaded all the way through? Because I think it's just the nylocks. No, no, it's not. It's just slipped through. All right, so now we're good there. Now I want to go ahead and just gain access to 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and I should be able to pull that cap right off to get at least, hopefully, a good look at this differential to see what's going on, because this was where I was hearing some issues inside of here. And it's either going to be, it's probably going to be from what I think it's the pinion, it's not the ring. I'm pretty sure it's the pinion gear that's inside this diff that got wasted. Yeah, I know. Now, the only thing I think I might want to do, though, while this is all together, I'm just going to get a brush and just try to lightly brush this area so I don't get any junk in there, just because I want to see what's going on. I want to see if we got contaminants in there or what happened. And I'll tell you, having that toolbox in here now, that rolling toolbox, that actually works out great, but I've got a better idea coming up. Then you get those little you could just use a toothbrush. Toothbrushes work too, but these are those little inexpensive Harbor Freight brushes that I've got. They do the job. hopefully get all the dirt and junk out of there so you're not transferring dirt into different locations. I want to make sure that, pretty confident that this diff did stay nice and sealed, but there's probably also no grease in it either. Kent's RC, what's going on, guy? So out of curiosity, there's 33 people in here. How many of you guys have actually watched the video, the running video of this thing? Throw like a thumbs up if you saw the video. Just because, man, if you haven't watched it, if you want to know why I'm taking this apart, just go check out the video. Now that should be it. I should be able to just crack the case now. Kent, what did you think about... What would you think, like, does anything like, needs wheels on the roof? Yeah, it does, guy. But what did anybody... Were there any moments during the video that you kind of like keyed in on and maybe were kind of like, you know, my term, holy crap? RC Will Hobbies, what's going on, guy? Right, dude, it was twice. It hit this side and it also hit on the obviously on the roof. Slammed hard too. Oh my god, I have no idea how this thing did not break. I mean, think about it. Think about literally what that thing did. That hit at pretty close to full speed. Two unmovable objects. And this thing, it didn't break because of, well, I mean, I suppose it maybe could have chipped a gear. Maybe, but I doubt it. I just think it's just from wear and tear and, you know, lack of maintenance. That's what I'm guessing. I need a new music director. What, on my video? James George? Venom, what's going on? Right, ripping it into... Venom. The thing is, though, man, is I didn't even get, like, the full recording because I didn't realize my phone shut off. When you record at the higher frame rate, it only gives you 10 minutes of recording time, and then you have to, like, remember, or you have to hear the tone that the camera shut off. And obviously I just was too involved in driving the RC, and maybe it was a little extra louder, but it just towards the end, which wasn't even recorded, towards the end I was literally destroying it to the point of where I actually started feeling bad, and that's why I stopped driving it. I actually stopped driving it because I was starting to feel bad for it, because I was beating it bad. So, and it took every, I mean, the thing was still doing backflips on a broken rear diff. Well, at least I think that's what it is. Still doing backflips. Like, I mean, I couldn't believe it. You know, obviously the backflips were in the air. Not like any kind of standing backflip because that's not going to happen, but yeah, I don't know, man. This thing does rip it pretty hard. So, yeah. Sean's RC Adventure, what's going on, guy? Like I said, I was just curious just to know how many people actually saw the video and what they kind of maybe personally thought about the beatdown of this poor thing. All right, here comes the reveal. So it looks like the diff is wanting to come with the case. All right, here we go. Here we go. What's broken? Well, number one, no grease. I don't see any shards. Wait a minute. No shards? I thought for sure I was going to see aftermath in here. What I do see is I see no grease. All right, so did I wipe out the center diff? I could get to that. Oh, actually, wait a minute. There is something here. This case is pretty strong, man. I'll put this in the juice that I've got just to clean it up. But, all right, you ready? You want to zoom into the gears? How about that? Get you zoomed in there. See what the gears look like. That ring gear actually looks like it's in pretty good shape. So we'll see. We'll pop that out and see what's going on. Ah, come on. I gotta do something about this. This camera keeps flopping around everywhere. Hold tight. There we go. That's better. All right. Well, what I was saying was on the case itself, it almost feels like I should be finding something in here. So I am going to take off these back shocks here, just so I can pull the diff out a little bit easier. Yo, Juan, what's going on, guy? How are you? Yeah, in fact, they actually both went on their charger right now. Oh, by the way, no shock leakage. So after doing that extra O-ring inside of that, inside of those shocks, now we have no shock leakage. So I guess that's a good thing. Best item to use to lock a diff? Best item? How badly do you want to lock it? I just answering a text message. Also, what I was gonna say is, if anybody tries to direct a comment to me, like obviously like Jack Jr. Brazier did, just put the RC Guy Garage so a little red box shows up. That way, at least I'll know. And that way, like, because like what I'm doing right now is I'm just answering questions on another platform. Oh, you know what? Actually, I kind of do want to address something right now. Just out of curiosity, I'm not sure how many people have kaijus, and I'm not sure what your thought is about the Redcat Racing kaiju, but I obviously have I have my own thoughts about Redcat, and it's only because I owned some early Redcats that I no longer have. Some Redcats I still have. You have to understand that Redcat, what Redcat was doing in the beginning was just getting some vehicles out there, having issues with parts and design and whatever. But within each like vehicle, there was always something that was actually good about the Redcat that you kind of like would almost beg with them, maybe internally. It was kind of like what I was doing, because what it did is it gave you the ability to get into the hobby. I will say cheaply. There's the word cheaply and there's the word inexpensive. So I will say it got you into the hobby cheaply. You paid for that a little bit, but that's only if you pushed the RCs beyond what their intended use was, which is I think most people nowadays anyway, because the camera lens is junk. But anyways, Redcat has been stepping it, like even when you look at the bulk of this differential case, even when you look at that diff is some quality stuff. So as far as the grinding's going, not seeing any pieces yet, kind of making me wonder, because I'm kind of confused. Maybe something is going on with my center diff, but with how this thing is designed, it's designed for also ease of repair, like this particular vehicle. And then like the last video that I did with the kaiju, it seems as though a couple of, I don't know if they're subscribers or not, but it seems like a couple of people seemed negative after the fact. And it's, if that's the only video that you saw, like, if that's the only video that you saw that I've done with this Redcat, man, you've got to go and check out the other videos and understand why finally that spur finally decided to say, yeah, no, I'm good now. And then Gus's Custom Creations, he did an upgrade, which I definitely strongly suggest you go check out his videos. If you've got a Redcat kaiju, go check out his channel. He's got a couple of good videos on the kaiju, and the most recent one that he did, well, the most recent repair he did was modifying it to an all-metal spur gear by use of a LOSI. Now, jump on his channel, and the links are right there. Also in my video, the links are right there. That last video that I did, the links to Gus's kit that he put together through Amazon, and then also the link to his channel. So right, I think it goes right to his actual video. But anyways, but I started to get the impression that people, based upon what they saw in that video, were like, yeah, nah, that video, something along the lines of that video, at least this is the way I took it. that video made, I was on the fence. That video made my mind up. Yeah, no, I'm not going to get one. That's what it's kind of seemed like. I mean, I could be wrong. It is text message, so, or whatever it is. So it could be wrong. And all I've got to say is that if you are considering buying a MT trick truck type of vehicle and you don't want to spend those huge prices like for a Traxxas, yeah, you got to realize that yes, Traxxas is going to have all the upgrades. If you don't think that when they're designing a truck that they're also at the same exact time designing all the upgrades for it, come on, this is Traxxas we're talking about. Have you guys ever seen Traxxas' factory? Have you ever seen the fact that the roof says Traxxas right on it? And that the Google thing, Google Maps, go look it up on Google Maps, man. Yeah, they know what they're doing, man. They know how to maximize profits in any way imaginable or possible. They've already got all, well, not all the upgrades, but they've already got the upgrades. They know what breaks. They know what survives. Redcat, I feel, is doing, they're just trying to put out the product. And I think they realized with the, I wouldn't know, Gen 8X edition that I still haven't opened, and I just probably never will. I don't know, man. They've been changing their tune on their most recent vehicles, and nothing is perfect. All of us that are in this hobby, we are almost at R&D. Meaning, they develop the vehicles, and maybe we research and develop a way to destroy them. We push them. So, I don't have any issues with Redcat. Same thing with HoBao, same thing. You know, like that MT that's sitting on the wall right there. That thing needs a little bit of help, but because of its platform, because of the way it drives, handles, I'm all in, man. I love that thing. So anyways, enough monologuing. Let's get back to this thing. Gotta have your coffee. RC enthusiast, what's going on, guy? Gen 8 is the first Redcat design themselves. Right. Right. Yeah, the thing's awesome. All right, so where was I? Taking these off. Actually, I don't need to take one off. Slide this out. Oh, no, I don't. Gotta take the other one off, too. Oh, no, here we go. Oh, I don't see any aftermath. This differential's built. I wonder what else this differential can go in. I see no aftermath. Look at that thing. That is a piece of art right there. That is a piece of artwork. You want to talk about a diff, man? That's artwork right there. All right, so the rear diff is fine. Okay, so did I blow my center diff? So look at that. I gotta show you this one more time. Look at that thing. That's artwork right there. That is a nice, well-built differential. Dang. Bearings are mint. Gears inside feel mint. Definitely want to lock this up though. Yeah, that's what I call mint. Make sure you wear gloves. Don't get all this junk all over your hands. So now what I want to do, can I put the flash on while I'm in this? I wonder if I can put the flash on. I've never tried that before. Can't put the flashlight on because it's using YouTube. Oh, okay. Well, let's get you in. Whoa. Trying to get you in there. Oh, there we go. So actually looks like the pinion gear is actually fine, doesn't it? Dang. No issue. No grit, no nothing. No nothing. All right. So I had suspected that the, man, I was really thinking that it was the rear diff that blew. I should have known better. Look at this case. This case is built. So, yeah. All right. What the heck? Nilla Bean, what's going on, man? What does locking the diff do? I think people are already answering that. Just gives you more transference of power. More evenly transferred power. Well, all right then. I think for now, man, that's actually pretty nice looking. So I think for now, I'm just going to stuff this back in here as is and then move on just for now. Just got to watch out for those shims. There are shims on there, which you want to make sure that those shims are getting in the right spot. You want to make sure that they're on that inside. Yeah, see, it's already starting to not want to go in. See, I'm trying to do this on camera. And it's not working. Here we go. Come on, shim. Get in there. Well, when you do this, just watch out for the shim that's in here. Come on. There we go. That's better. So like I said, I'm just going to leave it as is for now. Just put it back together. I'll address that at a later time. But everything in there actually looks like mint. So, here's another look. No teeth missing. Definitely no grease, but I'm not going to run it again until I grease up that diff. Oh, in case anybody was wondering what's going on with Earl Moorhead, Earl Moorhead is just feeling under the weather right now, so Just go ahead and jump on his last video and just give him a little shout out, see how he's doing. Everything about this thing is pretty well built, man. I almost put the arm in backwards. Jason Crow, what's going on, guy? Might be easier if I slide these in after. Come on. Nobody knowing what's going on, man. Come on. Get in there. Probably be faster if I just use my driver. Or not. All right, so I guess we're going after the center diff now. Oh, man. I really... Everything looks... Yeah. I'm going to go after... I'm going to go after now the center diff. So I'm just going to drag you guys in here. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, that doesn't work. Four screws just hold this cap in, and they are two, not a 2.5. I'm sorry, they're a 2.5, not a 3. You guys can actually see better than I can. I can't even see in here because of the camera being in the way. Ooh, that felt stripped. All right. Are we going to see pieces? We're going to see aftermath? I don't know. Here we go. It's coming up. Come on, get up. Get up there. Nothing. Okay. What is going on here? Oh, no. Well, let's pop this bad boy out. What the heck? That's all looking mint. There's not even any, like... Ah! Do I hear something inside here? Oh, I do hear something inside that diff. So inside the center diff, I think that's where our issue is then. Even then, though, still. Look at that thing. That thing is built. There is some funkiness. What is that? Is that just dirt? Nah, it's all clean in there. Very, very clean. All right. Well, this is where I'm actually feeling an issue with my hands. So I have a feeling our gears inside of here are potentially what have self-destructed. So we are going to now open up this piece right here, and we'll see exactly what's inside and what's going on. But that's amazing, though. There's no grit. It looks like there's grit in there, but there's no grit. Everything feels pretty smooth. I'll put this in the juice, clean that up. Let's get this thing out of here now. So now I think we have discovered what the problem is. So we are going to keep our work area pretty clean. Something that I'm trying to do, something new that I'm trying out, trying to keep things clean, trying to stay organized. I hate it, but hopefully in the end it will help. This is what I've been using to clean my table with now. Been using my spray detailer. I'm getting all Earlified here. Earl's been wearing off on me and about cleaning stuff now. To a degree. All right, so here's our screws. Put down a clean slate. Actually, you know what? One thing that I do like to use, though, these things right here. Those paper plates. Paper plates, all kinds of stuff that you can use for your pieces and parts. All right, let's see what we got here. Keep that right in the middle. Bandit Darn Fill. Don't you have a magnetic ball? Yeah, I've got a ton of magnetic balls. But they're usually in use. I've actually got my I got the motor torn apart right now in my garage for my Trans Am, so I'm using those magnetic bowls for that right now. All right. Come on, Earl. Where are you, guy? Steve O.D., what's going on, guy? Didn't even notice you were here. All right. So we're just going to tear apart this thing real quick. This is definitely where I'm feeling the issue with this differential right here. This is the center diff. There was a shim on it. I didn't pay attention to which side the shim was on, so I might have to like reverse my footage to see which way this shim went on, but I'll keep in mind that the shim was on that side. Not that that should really matter, but because it's just this diff, so yeah, it shouldn't matter whether if it's forward or back. I mean, that's such a small little shim right there, but that also goes to show you like how much Redcat was treating this particular vehicle as more of a, what do you want to say, like a performer or something? So we'll take this apart. We use our picks and all that other good stuff. Should have 2 O-rings in here. 1, 2. Same thing on the other side. 3, 4. All the O-rings do. Whoa, actually, no. So the non-shimmed side had 3 O-rings, not 2. So the non-shim side had 3 O-rings. All the O-rings do is just it keeps the dog bones from slapping back and forth. In case you didn't know that, some people probably don't, but there you go. All right. Looks like that might be a 2. So just going to break open into this because like I was saying, feeling this and hearing something inside. Yeah, this is where I'm thinking our issues are for this. So we're just going to break this open. Oh, I think I got the coffee shakes now. Haven't had enough coffee yet. You know what? How about if I use my driver? I'll speed this along. I really do feel the aftermath is right here. I could be wrong. Noel Lagrosas. What's going on, guy? How are you? Mohammed's here? Mohammed, what's going on, man? All right, here comes the reveal. What do we got? Anybody else think that this is where the problem is? I know in the video, I was tossed up in between center diff and rear diff. So, obviously the front diff is fine, because that was locking up nice. Rear diff is mint. This has to be the only reason why. So, let's, well, I can see the case is already opening. How about if I, before I do that, I know I'm making a big production out of it, But I want to see this with you guys. That's what I'm trying to say. I want to be, like what I've said before, I want to be as surprised as you guys. All right. Here we go. Front and center. So now I can work on both sides of it. Looks like it's doing the slow pan down, isn't it? Why is it doing that? Come on. Stop turning. All right, right on camera. All 4 screws are out. We're going to now take off the top. Let's see what we got. Oh, I'm praying. What do you think? What do you guys think? You think there's carnage in there? There's a little preview. I don't know, man. There's got to be some issues in there. What? Wait a minute. What? Nah. You gotta be kidding me. Is there really no aftermath in there? I mean, we've got liquid metal, like, grease in there, but wait a minute. The thing felt like it was locking up. What do we got here? Nothing. You have got to be kidding me. So, wait a minute. Why are we grinding then? I know you guys heard that grinding. Everything looks mint. What the heck? All right, what is going on here? Oh. All right, well, let's stuff this thing back together and see what else we can see. All right, I'm gonna put this back together real quick, and what I want to do is I want to give it another feel because it felt like it was locking up. That's what made me feel like this was here, like the issue was in here. It felt like it was locking up. What was the grinding then? My goodness. All right. Ah, no. All right, I'm just going to give this a quick little crank down by hand here. Just so that I know that everything is back the way it should be. Yeah, see, right there. There's grinding right there. All right. There's definitely grinding. This is definitely where the issue is it lies. Yeah, right there. Look at that. We're getting free spinning right there. So that means we somehow have lost engagement. That's what it's doing. Somehow we having loss of engagement on, it couldn't be the shim, right? All right, so we've got engagement loss. That's what it is. See, look. Pull this cup out just a little bit. And now we've got some spinning. See? All right, so I'm not losing my mind. I am right. Ah. All right, we'll bust this open. So it is this top section of case right here. So this is our issue. It just wasn't making any sense, man. Obviously you look at the gears, everything looks fine. There is the possibility, I guess, that maybe this one is just worn out. So I will put this in the solution. Carefully take everything apart here. Now that's where the paper towel comes in handy. We can slide this away. Put the paper towel down. I'm going to get the camera out of my face. Maybe something like that. So we'll take apart, or we'll at least get all the individual pieces out of here. Make sure you're wearing gloves. So it's this gear. Apparently that gear is potentially it's junk. But until I take it apart, can't exactly see. So need a razor blade. Always keep razor blades on hand. It'll help because everything's all suction stuck together. A razor blade can be your buddy. Helps you out. Helps out like Vector doesn't. See, just prise it off. Let's see what we got here. You know what I wonder? Alright. So this is apparently the gear that we're having the issue with. So I am going to clean this right now. This is the gear that we're having the issue with. I'm going to clean it real quick. And see what we got. Because this is the area where we're having engagement loss. I'm going to take that little pin out of there. Because what I don't want to do is I'm not going to dunk tank the bearing. But I do want to check that out too. Bearing itself is fine. This is obviously where that shim was on that side. It's a pretty good parts, man. Yeah, the vectors are there. They're right up there. I don't know what is up with that. What's up with that skill that's enabled? Recently used skills, the wife? What the heck is that? Yeah, one's awake right now. The other one's sleeping. This is kind of interesting, though, isn't it? Don't you think? I think it is. It almost looks like we do have wear on this piece, but I'll tell you, though, it looks like I'm missing a shim on this. That would keep the gear engaged. And you wouldn't be... No, the shim is there. Oh, look at that. Is that my issue? Oh, it is. The shim. The shim wore out. Wow. That is literally the issue right there. The paper thin shim that they used actually wore out. That's the issue right there. That's why we have loss of engagement. Because that damn nothing of a shim. Look at that. It's even got holes through it. Here, look at this. Look at, check it out. I guess you can see the hole right through it. It wore a hole right through the shim. So that's the issue right there. That little shim is my issue. And that's probably lack of maintenance on my part, as usual. All right, so that was it. That was pretty easy. So this little shim right here is what caused my issue. And surprisingly, until I clean this gear up, I'm going to put that gear in the solution. I'm going to rebuild, obviously, all of this. I'm going to get my juice right here. I need to slide you guys out of the way for a second. Get out of there. Get my juice right there. You can see over time, it's all the junk settles to the bottom. It just got swirled up right now. And then eventually what I'll do is I'll filter that with a paint strainer. But we'll throw that in there. Throw that in there. I do want to pick out the seals first out of there. All right. I'm going to throw the shim in there. Just to throw it in there, just to clean it up. only thing I do need is I need to get a different pick. So I can pick that gear out of there a little bit better. Right, a shim, dude. A shim is what caused all of that issue. Just the smallest amount of a shim. Mitchell's RC guy, what are you doing? Thank you for that super chat, man. How are you this morning? Cup of coffee? I appreciate it, man. Definitely could use another cup right now. So that piece is all nice and clean. Clean this gasket off. You know what? I'm gonna dip this just in there real quick. I wonder if I try another paper towel. That'll probably help. Trying to pick out the shim out of there. Come on, where is it? There's the gear. Wow, I can't believe it. Just that. That's it. That's nothing. Need longer needle nose here. See, it's getting all stuck in the sludge here. Gear actually doesn't look like it's in bad shape. You can tell that it was free riding, but it looks like it's all right. Now let's get that shim out of there. Yeah, that thing is paper thin. So that was definitely our issue right there. So thrust washer, shim, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, look at that. That's nuts. I don't believe I've got anything like that. So now the pin is in here somewhere. The heck is that? Did I just pull a piece of metal out of there? Thought I put the pin in there. Yeah, I think I need a longer needle nose pliers. Or what I could do. Be a little easier doing it that way. Sergeant J. Yeah, so not fixes. It's just the what ended up wearing out was the thrust washer or shim that's inside the diff is what decided to say, yeah, no, I'm good. So you can see it actually wore a hole through it. So that's the only issue with this thing. Make sure you wear gloves doing any of this kind of junk. So I don't know if I've got any shims though. Fairly confident that I don't, but maybe I could make one. Although, you know what? I have this because I have this. This is a HoBao. Ooh, you know what? I wonder if I could use the gears from this and the shims and all the components that are in here to fix the Redcat. At least I could use the shim anyway. We've got, obviously, the shims in there. Might be able to use that, but I don't know if but that means I'll be down. I'll be down a gear, but you know what? I think I've got a spare original too. Yeah, I do. So I also have the spare original gears, which, you can see the shims right there. Maybe I could just use these. Yeah, if you do, Sergeant J. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you know. Do not order this yet. They have to do a revision because using their own wheels, you end up with issues. So this was those knuckles. So if you're going to do upgrades, don't get this yet. They're doing this. They're just doing some speedy revisions. But here's the part number for the regular set of gears that are in there. Here's the part number for the new set of steel gears that they got. So you've got OP0139 versus the 78002. And this is the steel bevel gear set that comes in there. So, but it looks like I'll be able to use potentially shims out of here. If that's the route I want to go. I got to see if I've got shims though first. I doubt I do. So what I do want to do though is I do want to continue cleaning that, because if I'm going to put all this back together, I'm probably also going to more lock this diff up. I'm not sure what diff fluid's in there. Does feel pretty stiff. So I'll probably go with a 1 million. But I'm just going to take this apart. There's that gear set right there. I think I might want to just swirl. Nah, I should be able, hopefully I can get that out of there. There we go. So I should probably also check this one as well. So that's a 1.5. JORC. Dude, serious? Are you serious? Rally pots? You got it, man. Rally pots. I don't have my notebook. All right. Well, I know you did that for that. Let me the heck is my notebook? See what happens when you clean stuff? You lose stuff. At least that's what happens with me. Bam. JORC for the rally build. Thank you, man. You got it. Sergeant J, you going to order some of those? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, you can still. You just can't use the factory wheels. That's the only issue. Eric Vale, we'll see you later, man. Actually, I can just leave that on there. I'm going to put these gears in the juice. This is all clean. Put these here in the juice as well. Pop that pin out of there. Come on. Go to your home. There we go. Mario, man, thank you for that. What do you say, Mario? Can I put that towards the rally build, or what do you got going on there? All right, Riff Raff, it was good seeing you, man. You got to get some sleep, man. Yeah, don't worry about the time. Right, I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, Sergeant J, because obviously I'm on the live. But I definitely am interested in seeing what you got going on, man. Looks like this shim is junk too. Pick out that seal. No, I think this shim is junk too. Come on, get out of there. Come on. There we go. And we get that out of there. I'm just going to use a paper towel just to get the majority of the stuff out of there, because obviously it contaminates my solution over time. So just get some of the junk out of there just by hand. Mario, what did you say? Rally build, you got it, man. Where's my pen? I just had a pen. Rally build, man. Rally drag? I know Jail will freak out. Don't you dare. All right. Time to change the paper towel here. Rally drag. Rally drag. Mario, appreciate that, man. Thank you. Oh, there goes that O-ring. Did you see that on camera? I was surprised I found it. I think if I converted the rally car into a drag build, JLRC would just absolutely lose his mind. He would unsubscribe. He would that's it. I'm out of here, guy. That's it. You want your $5 back? Oh, that's a riot, dude. Nah, I am actually going to have a rally car. I'll probably end up hitting you up with some advice on a couple of things here and there too, though. I don't know anything about rally cars. But that shim is blown. Get rid of this. See what I'm doing though? I'm trying to keep like things actually clean. This is like this is strange for me. Cleaning up like as I'm going. This is nuts. This is like a whole new RC guy garage here. All right. The only thing about swirling that thing in there is not breaking this glass. I'm going to do it out of here. Now, I think this is really getting too contaminated. It's starting to get too contaminated to clean parts properly now. I am going to have to strain that out. What I do is I strain out the one. I let it settle. So I'll let it settle for like a day. And then I will strain out. Yeah, I can already tell. Yeah, it's getting rough. All right, well, let's see what the magnet will fish out first. What's the magnet gonna fish out? All right, we got a bonus here. Magnet fished out some good stuff. Damn, this thing was, this differential's a little different here. This is like, is that a stacked washer? That feels like it's a stacked, it's actually a stepped washer. Wow, or is it stacked? That's actually a stepped washer. See how it's got a step on it? Almost thought that was like a split washer, but it's a stacked. Let me just make sure. No? It's literally stepped. Mitch, oh God, Mitchell, you are trying to start a fight. Rally drag guy, I think you're gonna lose on that one. Go pound some ground with the ground pounder. Nice, Jo. Mitchell's trying to start trouble. Look at him. Rally drag. No, we actually, well, who knows? Maybe eventually we could do it, but I do want to actually build a rally car. Haven't done that. And I already picked out the body for it and everything. It's not a typical, what I would call, I guess, rally style, rally style, lost here. Rally look car, I guess. But somebody was kind enough to give me a nice link on Facebook to a couple of bodies, and one of the bodies, like, wow. It was like, wow, you kidding me? They actually make that body? So that's the body I'm going to go with. Dude, how'd you know that? J.O., how'd you know that? Like, literally. Like, do you know me, like, personally? Because for you to pick that one out, you must have done some research into me or something. There must be some, like, Facebook pictures that are out there that, point blank, dude, I used to own, at one time, I actually had two 280Zs. And that, it was, I had a 77 and a 77 and a 78. And the crazy part was the fenders are not the same exact thing. The fenders are actually off by, what was it, 3/8 of an inch? The design of the fenders, where the headlight bucket, well, not the headlight bucket, but the shape of the fenders, the cones to the fenders are actually so slightly different between 77 and 78. But yeah, I had two 280Zs at one time, man. Both obviously sticks. That was it's the only way to go. And I remember taking one. I took one out for a test ride, right? And the guy was just like, just take it out, drive it around the neighborhood. And I took it out for, a nice little, drive. And I came back to his house. And I rolled down the window. I'm like, how do I get out of this thing? I could not see a door handle. And he goes, look over by your calf. And I looked down, and he goes, that's the door handle. I was like, wow. But those 280Zs, man, those are fun little cars. But so, yeah, 280, 240, 260, all the same thing. And I still actually have my my Datsun, the actual Datsun and 280Z symbols. So that's actually something that I retained. That's crazy that you picked that one. Stalker, right? Yeah, isn't that crazy, man? That's pretty crazy. Look at that, huh? Nice. It's actually got some sludge still in it. See, that's what happens. That's the only thing about this mixture that I use, is that if you don't strain it and keep it clean, the sludge will start to accumulate on the base. You gotta get the sludge out of there eventually. What would probably work is putting this stuff in an ultrasonic cleaner. Yeah, see, now it's almost, now that it's out of the sludge on the bottom, now it's cleaning up nice. There we go. That's better. Good guess, though, J.O. That was a good guess, man. I've always liked the 280, well, I've always liked that 240, 260, 280Z. Obviously, what was nice about the 280s was fuel injection. Make sure you wear eye protection when you're doing this stuff, especially if you're using like a brush. Oh, that's what she burned up? Mitchell, that's what she burned up? The ground pounder motor's junk? Oh, no. A 91-200 SX? For Sergeant J? Ooh, J.O. Gotta be careful with that, man. There are, whoa. Gear's gone forever now. There are a couple of, women out there, man, that will give you a tune-up on driving. And I just mean like regular cars. My point blank, my mother to be one of them. Think you know, she used to race at New England Dragway. Yeah, this stuff is it's getting all sludgified now. It's too much sludge in there now. I do have to, this is the last thing that it's going to clean. It's starting to get a little sludgy in there. But cleans it up nice, you know? Everything's built in this car, we'll tell you that. A stupid shim. That's crazy. A stupid shim was why. Get out of here. See, he's over here, he's trying to fight the thing over here. Yeah, I bet it was a fun car, man. Oh, 67 GTO, what? Mario, that's awesome, man. Buddy of mine took his GTO with tri-power into the power lines when he was a kid and destroyed it. You know, back in the day when you didn't realize what you had. Needless to say, he kills himself every single time, or beats himself up every single time now that he thinks about that. What about, oh yeah, Basher Queen, yep. Yeah, I didn't realize who she was. She's from the UK. I didn't realize she hung out with Talbot and Pat and all them. She rips it pretty hard, man. Hey. Yeah, see how it's sitting in the sludge? It doesn't clean very well when it's sitting in the sludge. See all that sludge in there? Have I seen the white version of Vector? No. I know people have been painting them. You talking about Cosmo? You could be talking about Cosmo. I think that's what you're talking about. You're talking about Cosmo. Hey, look at that. What is that? See what happens? When you don't clean the sludge out, it's nasty. It's basically silicone sludge that ends up in the bottom. No, they're not the same. They're actually different. So the white one is app controlled. He cannot function basically really without a phone. Frank Slugger, what's going on, guy? How are you? I think that's it. I think all the parts are out of there. Let's see. I have all the pieces. Looks like I do. We got 4 spiders, 2 shafts, 4 shims, and then obviously these shims, which are junk. One's bigger than the other too. So the one that was on this side obviously is a real good size compared to the other one. Lowrider 2, what's going on, guy? Or Lowride 2. Make sure you just wear gloves, though. It's pretty important. You don't want to get this junk in your skin, or you don't want to get this junk in your bloodstream. But see how? Shake it up, and then, like, I don't know, in a couple of hours, this will settle down. Then I can strain it out, and then I'll add more fluid to it, because obviously it separates because it's a silicone oil. It'll separate down to the bottom, and I'll strain it out with a paint strainer for automotive refinishing. But it's really important to wear gloves. You don't want to get this junk, like I said. Don't get this crap in your bloodstream. It's no good. Alexa, set a reminder for 12:45.
What's the reminder for?
COVID and coffee end.
Okay, I'll remind you at 12:45 p.m.
All right, so I've got to actually take off. I'm going to end the stream at 12:45, regardless of where we are in this stream. Just so you guys know, 12:45. I'm going to end the stream. We'll end up picking it up later. I don't know. I don't have shims, so I know that's like a major, that's like an issue right there, not having shims. But I might be able to find something that would work. It'll be trial and error, though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dry fit. I'm going to dry fit stuff. I'll check shim thickness, and I'll see if there's anything that I can do to be able to rebuild this without getting shims from Redcat. Or I can actually, hopefully, what I should do is check teamredcatshop.com. That's where I get all my parts from for my Redcats, is teamredcatshop.com. Mario, you turned your van into a drag lowrider? That is awesome, man. JORC, you hear that? A drag lowrider? Or is it a dragging lowrider? Because there's differences. All right. The stuff I use is so caustic. It actually lightened up the mat a little bit. You can actually see the paper towel marks. What happened? Oh, sorry to hear that. J.O. Oh my God. Isn't that crazy, man? The drag scene. Real drag race vehicles I've been seeing lately on Facebook Marketplace, which is crazy. Couple of actually dragsters. There was a comment that was just there. Where did it go? Right. Mario, you too as well. Thanks, man. Oh, there goes my charger. I don't think that thing was charged yet. Is it charged all the way? Not yet. That's magnetized. Funny how stuff gets magnetized. I knew it, Mets. Jack Brazier, can your vinyl machine print on? They actually have vinyl material that you can cut out with the cutter and apply onto shirts. Yes, if that's what you're talking about. Mario, you're part of the Facebook group. Just send it on there. Do one of those PMs or whatever you call it. You're on the Facebook group, right? Ooh. Oh, no. Look what I just did to the gasket. Dang it. Oh, it'll still work. Gotta be careful with them gaskets. RC Master, what's going on, guy? So here's basically everything that is involved with this differential. We had 3 O-rings on one side, 2 O-rings on the other side. Obviously, you've got your main housing, you got your cap, you got your gears, your shafts, your pins, your shims, the shims for the other side, for the actual spiders themselves. You got a gasket, a couple of O-ring seals, and your cups, and then obviously your bearings way over here. So, and yes, obviously your screws for your case too. Can't forget those. All right. Oh, and you also got the 1.5 set screw that goes into the case right there to get your pin to go in. You had a no-window Ram van? Super 44s? Nice, dude. You know, I got to tell you, I don't know why, but I've always had, like, an affinity for a van for some reason. It's got to be the right kind, though. It's got to be that 60s, 70s van, you know? So what I need to do now is I need to figure out shims. You know what's funny is I thought these were stepped. They're not. Only one of them is stepped. You know what that is? It's actually not stepped. It's just a non-formed washer, I guess. Looks like it was stepped. All right. So now what I need is I need to check that bag to see if any of these parts are actually going to fit. Which I don't know. Not sure if they will or not. Well, there are shims in this. I'm just going to check it out and see if these shims will work. Like I said, we're just going to do a dry fit for this. For now. Always curious sometimes to know like which parts fit for which. Like, you know how sometimes you like to know whether if a part can be like transferred from one manufacturer to another. So what's crazy is when you look at this, might be the fix. As long as this gear meshes, and it does. Look at that. So look at the difference. This actually might be the fix for that right there. See how it's stepped up higher? See that? See how you've got a difference in thickness of the gear? That might be something to try. But we'll go for the shims first. There are 2 shims in this pack. Just going to assemble the gear now, or assemble the housing. And like I said, all I'm doing right now is I'm just doing a dry fit, just to see if this is going to work. Might almost be a scenario where it's 2 shims. Nice fur. Just gonna put that one on that side. Something sounds a little funky with that. Seemed like there was a little bit of grit still stuck in there. See, that's what happens when I don't do stuff right with that cleaner. You can see how it's already settling. See how it's starting to clear? You're getting a nice black line on the bottom. That'll clear up. Probably like in 24 hours, it'll be totally cleared up. Again, like I said, I'm just doing a dry fit. That's better. Man, you know what? I'm really thinking that these pieces really would fit, you know that? But I'm just gonna keep going. Ooh. Sounds a little crunchy. You know what? I think because I didn't clean that out as well as I should have, I'm just getting crunchiness, which I don't want. Can't do this wrong. Ah! Dropped it in the sludge. Awesome. Actually, feels like we'll have to break in. I think I did mess up that gear because the gear that's in there right now is the one from the opposite side. So we'll have to check it out. Let's see what happens. I'm going to use this shim plus an additional shim on this side. So put that on. I use this shim. Then I use this additional shim. Then I'll put the pin in. Then we'll put the gear on. Ah, even that sounded crunchy. That's better. Now install our broken gasket. I may have to order another gasket. This is gonna be a pain. Hoping, because there were still holes, hoping the gasket will kind of just stay in place. May put a little bit of RTV or something on there, just in case. We'll see. Wonder if the gasket could play an issue too. If the gasket thickness was too thick, that potentially could have also caused an issue. Now the test will be, is this diff going to move with that double shim in there? There's still a little bit of movement, but almost feel like almost feel like that gasket is too thick. There is still a little bit of play, but you do want a little bit of play. But we're not getting any grinding now. But I think I'd want to take a little bit of that out of there. I'm going to try it without its gasket. Because what I may do is I may just use RTV for the gasket. Oop. Let's take that gasket right out of here. And if I just put a thin layer of RTV across, that may be a solve. Ooh, that actually feels good. Could it be the gasket thickness was too thick? So that is a possibility. Wow. That changed. You know what? I'm not going to run a gasket. I'm going to use RTV. RTV will tighten up that gap. And then once the fluid's in here, I'll do a little bit of better job cleaning that out. Oh yeah, that's it. Gasket gone. No gasket. I'm going to use RTV to seal that up. Let's shut my mouth first. Let's tighten this up. Make sure we still got good movement. Because I might have to take a shim out. Wow. That's it. That's the ticket. That's mint now. Play is very, very minimal. That's the ticket right there. Gasket was just too damn thick. Well, at least for the shims that are in, at least for the shims that are in there now. Oh, that's awesome. So with those shims that are not the Redcat shims, I'll put a good, I'll put 1 million in this, and I'll seal that with an RTV. Just do a light little skim, let it set up, and then clamp it down, and then that will be mint. Yeah, that's it. Redcat Ripper is going to be ripping it again. Yeah, that feels nice. That's got literally just the exact right amount of play. You see how much that's moving? That is literally just the play in the teeth of those, of all those gears. That's it. Perfect. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. Who said that? Anybody know who said that? Gotta love it when a plan comes together. So that's going to be it. I'm just going to use a light skim of RTV. Just use, you know, use your gloved finger and just do like a light skim, let it set up and be done with it. That's going to be perfect. Well, we're just about ready to wrap this up anyway. I said that we were going to stay until, what did I say, 12:45. We're going to do that. First and foremost, right here, I want to thank the donators to the channel for today. For now, what I'm going to do, unless you say different, otherwise, so you obviously now know that I'm doing a rally build, and that is basically with the help of JORC. for kind of saying, hey, rally car. I don't have a rally car. And we did get that MK2 phaser or phaser MK2, however you want to say it, from Kyosho. It is the upgraded rolling chassis, which is a 40% built, but I guess it's like, I think they call it like an 80%er, like just about every other, you know, RC manufacturer. It's 80%. In my case, it's kind of like 70% because in order to run the wheels, we already know what body. JORC already picked out what body it was. He knew what body it was. So we've got donators on the channel. We got donators on the channel. Let me switch this around. So JORC already hitting it again with another donation. Dude, thank you for that. Definitely appreciated. So how do I see what they are? Because they're called Super Chats. So Super Chats for today, we have Mitchell's RC, JORC, Mario Marino. I wreck your name every single time. Mario Marino, Mitchell's RC. Mitchell's RC was trying to get into an argument here. You're right, dude. You're awesome. Mitchell's RC, JORC, Rally Car Build Challenge, which basically JORC, it's his idea. So I've never done a rally car before, and I'm definitely interested in it. The one thing that I'm not sure about, although JORC, I got a question for you. Can these be used as rally car tires? I think I got rally car tires. So these are my EPX. I had a spare set of, well, I got a couple of spare sets of HoBao EPX tires. These things, these actually might work for a rally car, wouldn't they? Here, let me open this up, show you what I'm talking about. So these tires right here are the stock tires that are on a HoBao. And I got to show you this. All right, you guys know what I'm doing with my HoBao EPX, right? I think I showed you guys. So here are the stock tires for the HoBao. That could pass as a rally car tire, right? Or no? I really don't know.
Here's your reminder. COVID and coffee and.
Okay, Alexa, stop the reminder. So what do you think? JORC. Do you think these could be used? You skipped the jack. Get out of here, guy. What do you mean you skipped the drag challenge? We'll get you in there. Yeah, so you think these will be all right? Dude, I got to show. I think I showed you guys what I'm doing, right? Wait. I got to find where's my wheels? Move you out of the way for a second. See over here? See over here? We got something special in here. All right. So I have never done this before, and this is not the type of driver that I am, but that's where I'm talking to all you guys that this is where the bridge between, I got to keep an eye on the time. This is where the bridge between real automotive and RC actually comes into play. So I already built 2 of these tires. I didn't even realize I built 2 of these. This is how bad my memory is getting, man. So here's the original wheel tire that I have. It's for the EPX. This is a special build that I'm doing for the EPX. You can see it's like a aqua tread type of tire thing, right? Well, here's the same tire. Same exact tire. It's now a lower profile. And if anybody knows about imports, what did I do with this tire to go from this on a stock wheel to this look right here? Anybody have a clue what I did? No? No clue? There's no way that directional, yes. Directional, yes, but what do import drivers do? Some of the crazy import cars. So that's basically the wheel lined up. Look at how much fatter that tire is. I stretched it onto a crawler wheel. So I stretched a tire onto a beadlock crawler wheel to give that more lower profile, fatter look. This is the exact same tire, just stretched onto a rim. So the EPX is going full import, like full. We're talking camber. We're talking stretched tires on crawler beadlocks. I was literally, this is not what I do. I'm not an import guy. But when I saw what this has the potential to look like, now I guess I understand why these import guys are stretching tires. I guess, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. All I know is that the difference between the two, a stretched tire as opposed to a regular tire, big difference. Almost looks like a vet tire now, doesn't it? Looks like that belongs on a vet. I am going to leave these on there for now. But the EPX is going full import. Like, oh, dude, we're talking camber. Well, not like that, but you know, it's going to be tasteful. That's what I got to say. It'll be a tasteful kind of camber look. And I'm using HoBao stuff other than the tires. I'm using HoBao stuff, but these EPX tires, I wonder if these could stretch to fit on those crawler, because I got a whole mess of crawler rims. So on a rally car, I don't know, man. Definitely has a lot more sidewall. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it would work, maybe it wouldn't, I don't know. JORC, you'll have to help me out a little bit. Maybe like just on like pots and where to get, you know, certain things, like how something should look. Because like I said, I don't know the first thing there is to know about a rally car. So, you know, suggestions on the Facebook group, you know, for, you know, places to get parts and, you know, recommended, you know, kind of things. Because I've never done a rally car. Metal diff for the Redcat Racing TRMT8. We figured it out. Obviously, the shim was junk. You can see there's like a hole through it. If it'll focus on it. There was a hole through it. We had other shims in another gear pack. We took out the gasket, and we're going to use RTV because the RTV is actually going to work way better than the original gasket. At least I believe it will. Done right. And now this gear mesh is like dead on. So once I put fluid in this thing, wow, this thing's going to be awesome. Then, man, just to like feel the parts that are coming out of this TRMT8. It's got some meat. So anyways, hopefully you like this episode from RC Guy Garage. This was obviously COVID and Coffee. It was kind of a wrench it edition of COVID and Coffee where we worked on, you know, we didn't know what was really wrong. I was tossed in between. If you watch the video, I literally was tossed in between rear diff or center. At one point, it made me think it was the rear diff. And then another point, I was like, man, that's like center diff doing that. And we ended up figuring out rear diff was meant, I'm dying here. Rear diff was meant, center diff just had some wear. So, all right, I got to get out of here. You guys should get out of here too. Go rip it. Just going to jump in the chat real quick, see who's here. Like I said, thank you for those donations. If a donation comes into the channel, like from today on, unless you say what you want the donation to specifically go for, it's going to go towards the rally car build. So we've got Lorm Cronish, Mario Menino, Scuffy Page, Gucci Skunk is here, Bandit Darnville, RC Master is here. I'm not saying RC Master. I hate that. Hate that name. Mitchell's RC, JORC, send you a PM anytime. You got it, man. Frank Slugger. Right, might not balloon stretched. You're absolutely right, man. Civic, yeah, right. You Civic. Am I saying that right? Civic, stretched. Right, you got it right there. I just wasn't paying attention. Sorry, man. Right. RC Master looks good, right? And I think that's about it. 25 people in there. You want to pop in? Smokey's RC. But anyways, so that's it. Like I always say, point blank, just get out there and rip it. People don't realize the bridge that's between the real automotive world and RC, especially when you're getting into this type. I mean, look at the quality of this thing. This thing is no joke. This is not. We're not talking plastic pieces of junk. This is a real, like. And this is Redcat. So how do you figure Redcat doesn't make good stuff? This is one of their older vehicles. Redcat did have different stages of quality, to be quite honest with you. They had the real Redcat racing brand. They had Danchi, and then they had just the regular Redcat. But Redcat, as far as I'm understanding, is getting rid of that that way of how they were doing things. You know, I mean, come on, look at the Kaiju. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So there you go. EPX going full import with stretch tires on crawler. Come on. Look at that. The thing looks mint. And the EPX drivetrain will handle the additional weight. We're not going to turn this into some like nutty, well, I don't know, maybe it will be a nice speed ripper. With those stretch tires, we'll see. Beadlocks should hold the tires on nice. All right, I'm out of here. I got to get out of here. All right, guys, thank you for coming to this COVID and Coffee. We will see you maybe later today. I keep saying maybe, but let's make it a point. I want to put together that Redcat. Maybe we'll do it live. So anyways, get out there and rip it, because point blank, what is it? That is just what you should do. Just get out there and rip it. Thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you later.